Alrighty, drone video of looks like an 11-acre property at Panther Hollow. Beautiful, beautiful property. Look at that. We're parked at the easement road on the west side. We're looking east at the property. That's the easement road right there. So as we orient to the north, the property's on the right side of the road. You can see it slopes down as you go east from the easement road, slopes down into the timber. And from there it continues to slope down, and there's actually kind of a valley toward the middle of the property, and we didn't know it until we took this drone video, but there's a little creek bed there, and apparently while the guys were doing the drone video they spotted a waterfall on the property, so they went ahead and tried to zoom in on that. Ended up going in on foot to get a video of the waterfall, so we'll post that as well. Power's very close. You can see it at the bottom of the screen, so it's just not even 100 feet from the property. So as we drift easterly, we're looking north at the property. So you've got that section of meadow, transition into timber, mostly hardwood timber. We can tell that because this is a wintertime drone video, so the trees that don't have leaves are generally the hardwood, the red oak and white oak and hickory, and those greenish trees are going to be cedar trees. Might be a little bit of pine in there, but looks like mostly cedar from what we're seeing on this video. So whoever was doing this drone video hadn't yet noticed the little creek or the little waterfall, so they're just kind of doing a general overview. Checking out the area. The hunting is absolutely phenomenal out here, by the way. The deer hunting and the turkey hunting. Great location. One of the prettiest properties you'll ever see. Okay, so getting oriented here. That big clearing that you see is just south of the property. If you see that line, that cleared line kind of running left to right, that's the power line, and that's just south of the property, like 50 or 100 feet south of the property. So as you look above that power line, basically you're looking at the property. So right now we're kind of focusing on the east side here, and this is probably about when they spot that little creek bed. There you can see the little creek bed, kind of see it right in the video. And I believe when they noticed that there was water in the creek bed, that's when they try to get a little closer and get a better look at it. So hard with the drone to get a close look at things like that, because you're never sure how close you are to the trees. And also if it gets to if you're a certain distance and the drone gets to a certain level, you lose reception, and that's a bad thing. A lot of big hardwood timber on this property, a lot of mature timber on this property. We can see the creek bed. I mean, that's the creek bed, and it looks like it is flowing. This might be as close as we can get. I was told they discovered a little waterfall, but maybe it's not in this video. There is a lot of video left, so we'll just kind of keep watching. We'll check it out. We can see there is water in that creek bed, clear water. So the creek bed itself apparently begins on the property. So there's some type of spring, because that water has to come from somewhere. But we don't believe it's a year-round creek bed, so if there's a spring, then it's probably not a year-round spring either. But there's quite a bit of water in that creek bed when you consider that it originates right there on the property. If you look at the topo map, there's actually a blue line kind of delineating where that creek bed is. So we're looking westerly. A lot of tall hardwood timber, and again that's probably red oak, white oak predominantly, and there'll be some hickory. There's probably 20 species of trees, but red oak and white oak are going to be the predominant hardwoods. We're kind of following that creek bed. Oh, right in the middle of the screen you can actually see that little waterfall they mentioned. I don't know if we get any closer. I hope we do. That's really cool. So there's the waterfall. You can see it empties into a big clear pool that is directly on the property. So that is really cool. Wow. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, I see why everybody was excited. Trying to get just as close as we can to that, apparently, which is great. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a huge clear pool that the waterfall is emptying into. And if you look above the waterfall, you can see the creek bed, and obviously below as well. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay. So I think that's where they had also gone in and done a ground video. I'm not sure if it was. I'm actually not sure if it was before or after they discovered this, that the waterfall was on the property. But I am told there's a ground video of some of the creek bed. So now looking westerly. So gorgeous property. With this one, you want to keep in mind that it does start sloping downward as soon as you leave that easement road. So you've got setbacks from the easement roads on all the tracks at Panther Hollow as far as privacy setbacks and future utility easements. So you want to be aware of that. So if you wanted to drive a vehicle to that little waterfall, you'd have to do some dirt work for sure on this property and get a piece of equipment in there to create a road going down the hill, because it does slope down. The property levels out, I believe, as you get to that east side. But to get there from the easement road, you'd have to create some kind of trail. You can see right there how it does slope down. Truck is parked over on the west side of the property on the easement road itself. So in return, you can get a pretty good look at it. So again, keep in mind it definitely does slope down. That waterfall is pretty gorgeous. So this is only about 40 miles east of Springfield, Missouri. Great location, but extremely private. Less than about 2 miles to the Cedar Gap Conservation Area, which is to the northwest. Bryant Creek is about a mile away. Now we're coming in to take one final look at the west side of the property. So a very pretty open meadow area. And then you go easterly and you hit that big timber. Potential, obviously, for some incredible views here. And you'll see those, I'm sure, if you're out there in the wintertime. You can see where those views are. Once you get to spring and summer and the leaves are on the trees, those views are going to be hidden. But they're still there. You just would have to thin out some trees to open them up. Gorgeous tract. Very few properties like this. So check out the website, and if you have any questions at all, just let us know. We'd love to talk to you.